Good morning, good evening, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you might be doing. We wish to welcome you to the Silverlight Show. And the Silverlight Show is here to remind you of a basic principle of marketing. One that is forgotten in today's social media, virtual landscape, etc. Some of you, who are a little bit older, born in the last century, which is only 25 years ago, might remember how artistic companies got. They had their 15, 30-second, whatever it was, commercial break. Super Bowl advertisements went for astronomical amounts of money, but they used that time valuably. Now, YouTube has gone off the deep end. Just 2 nights ago, I had a 10-minute commercial, and I can't even remember what it was about. I was just bombarded by a commercial for a certain tactical hoodie. Yeah. I served. We were never issued hoodies in the military. So I think there's this tactical, I don't know. I was busy doing something, didn't have a chance to hit the skip, anything like that. But you know what essential points this advertising spent 5 minutes to make? It's a hoodie. It's tactical, because tactical sounds cool. You know what's even more important than that? It's got pockets. So many pockets. And I think some of you might already guess which company I'm talking about. I like hoodies. I like pockets. None of these is making me run out and buy one of these. Not that I can't. It's I don't see an advantage over it. When I'm going out, do some yard work, a little hike around the area, whatever, I do carry some tools. I have a multi-tool, I have a wallet, and I have a secret multi-tool in the wallet because it does some things my other multi-tool won't do, and nobody expects something the size of a credit card to have so many functions on it. And I know which pockets they're in at all times. My cell phone, another multi-tool. It'll play some music, it'll play some advertisements. Maybe I'm just using it so that, well, I really don't need GPS. I'm pretty talented with reading a map. But the point is, those 3 tools are all I need. I have pockets. I can put the wallet in the rear, the phone in one, and the multi-tool in another. Or I can double up. Put the wallet and the multi-tool in one, put the phone in the other. Or I could go back to using one of those, what do they call them? The things that strap around your waist. Oh. Sorry, Silverlight's getting a little old and his memory sometimes fails him. But you know what I'm talking about. Some people look down on them and, oh, that's unmanly. I don't care. I'm a utilitarian at heart. Is what I'm wearing functional? As you can see outside, not a particularly nice day today. I don't presently need a rain jacket, but it'll be nice to have one. I almost for sure do not need a hoodie. It's room temperature outside. I woke up, it was a little chilly, but like within an hour, everything had warmed up. Maybe that's just me getting old and my blood is warming up from being cold when I'm sleeping. I'm not sure. But the central point is, advertisers have grown spoiled. There's an old saying, you have 7 seconds to make a sale. 7 seconds. So, let's take this same tactical hoodie, drop the nonsense. It's an innovative hoodie. It keeps you really warm with special fibers, whatever, I don't know the name of it. And it has pockets, so many pockets. You're going to have places to put everything from your gum to your cigarettes to whatever else you want to put in there. Time me, 7 seconds. And I don't even know what to call whatever insulation they're using, but I'd hype that one up. Using a new, innovative, proprietary blend of insulation, because I don't know the name of it, took me seconds. Makes a hell of a lot more impact on you than, outdoorsy people doing outdoorsy things and wandering around like they're Les Stroud or one of those people surviving. No, they're walking along city streets. Why do I need a tactical hoodie to walk along a city street? If that's the case, I need to save the money for the tactical hoodie and move somewhere safer. This overindulgence, this self-indulgence, because, let's be honest, social media is a hell of a lot cheaper to run an advertisement on than, say, even a local television network. I don't know about a national. I've never run a national TV ad campaign. But I've talked to individual radio stations in the past for reasons. Remember, Silverlight's resume is unbelievable, not because it's fake, but because I actually did everything. And it's taken years, a lot of sleepless nights, a whole lot of crazy things. But I know how valuable that time was. However, on social media, Silverlight's going to be expanding his services into online social marketing. Not because I want to, not because I want to make a career out of it, but it's the next logical step. And again, I understand the 7-second rule. If I was marketing for Disney, you want to get a fast-paced trailer in. It can be the worst movie of all time, but you can still show two people having an argument. You can show, a mystery item. There's all these things you can do, and in 7 seconds, people are going, ooh, what's that? Well, that's a trailer for Bob and Billy Go to Texas. Just a movie about two guys on a road trip, but you can make it look sexy. Cue quick one-liners, and you're out of there. Disney still knows this. They'll spend their money at the Super Bowl. But for their regular advertisements, I guarantee you that's bottom, basement feeding, nothing. And whatever your problems with Disney is, and I probably don't disagree with you, I'm probably fully supporting you, they at least know how to make marketing work. They have people hyped over things that are repeats, that have been done before and better. But they can still generate hype, because they're not interested in showing you 5-10 minutes of whatever their product is. Be it a cartoon, be it a movie, be it a cartoon movie. So, this is an experience that I'm going to spend 2 hours of my life on, and generally speaking, it looks more exciting than a tactical hoodie. And again, there's no such thing as a tactical hoodie. Or at least not in my experience, not in my knowledge. And to be honest, the closest thing to tactical I've seen is it comes with those paint-by-numbers camouflage. The regimental units. The splotches of this color and that color as if, Jackson Pollock was designing a military uniform. Guess what? It's the worst thing you can take into the field possible. There's a reason ordinary fatigues still rule the world. Because when you go out, look right now, the leaves are starting to change. So do I want to be pure green going out there? Do I want to have this pattern that may or may not match anything? And there is urban camouflage. It's very much into grays and grays. Pretty much little splotches of gray. There's nothing tactical about a brown hoodie or a black hoodie. And trust me, believe it or not, black stands out at night, unless you're very good at spotting things. So they've taken a word that sounds cool, tactical. They've taken the idea of pockets, and admittedly, I like pockets. I don't understand why women can't have pockets in their dresses, but it doesn't require me 5 minutes to explain that to you. It's taking me 10 minutes to explain to you why it's a bad idea, or thereabouts. But like I said, all these companies, and I appreciate there's new visionaries coming along, and they want to put across their campaign, their ideas. They all want to be the next, director on Hollywood, but they've only been hired to do a commercial. That's kind of the way things go. So they think they're running a cinematic masterpiece, advertising boots. There's only so much you can condense into a person's time frame. And with, this idea of 30-second to a minute videos, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, all this sort of stuff, the platforms are kind of getting back into contact with it. Right now, it's mostly silliness. It's well-meaning silliness 90% of the time, like people who put out entertaining little videos. I got no problem with that. But advertisers, even if you're not an advertiser, see if this resonates with you. I'm much more likely to not skip a 15-second video than I am to skip a half-hour video. I forget which video it was. Actually, this is a few years back. There's an evangelical church. And I have a specific series of shows I like to listen to. They help me relax. They help me calm down. And it's ideas and stuff like that. So I'll fall asleep Saturday and wake up on Sunday to gospel music. Now, such a thing happens. Maybe they're trying to set an atmosphere for, a numinous space somewhere that's holy. But then this preacher starts talking and talking and talking and talking. Now, I don't know much about the evangelical church scene, but this was a 2-hour, quote, advertisement, end quote. Yeah, everybody's skipping that one. Well, maybe aside from his flock. And I've only ever seen it done once, so I don't think it was very profitable for them. I don't think they attracted new worshipers, new funds, new devotees, whatever it was their primary goal was. Because show me a snippet. Show me a sample. You have to leave them wanting more, as the expression goes. It's no secret. Silverlight's a multi-time author. If I tell you the plot of a book, you might say, oh, that sounds interesting. But then you know the plot. There's no mystery. I write nonfiction. I don't want to give my statistics away in the first chapter because you can preview the first chapter online. Oh, that's a good statistic. And you're not going to read the rest. Pockets and the word tactical mean nothing. And it's not a snippet. That's your entire marketing gimmick. We need advertisers. We need script writers. We need planners to remember. 7 seconds. Make it look good. Use those 7 seconds. You can give your virtues and benefits all in those first 7 seconds. Then people start tuning you out. I've been trying to find an accurate statistic for how many advertisements are skipped. Of course, YouTube and Facebook and all those places are desperate to hide that information. Because when you hit skip, as in you want nothing to do with this advertisement, they record that as you engaging. Whatever they did was enough to get up off your butt and hit the skip button. They somehow got your attention. Even if you were annoyed. Even if it was something you'd never use. I've taken to blocking the advertisement. For some crazy reason, YouTube and several other platforms have gotten the idea I'm interested in artificial intelligence web auditing software that I need to improve my grammar. Anyone who's listened to me knows I don't need to improve my grammar. However, it's trying to push this service on me. They want to spend their money, that's fine, but I block the advertisement. That way I can't engage it. Now, blocking isn't 100%. Sometimes stuff slips through. There's a fashion designer, and while their stuff looks good, it's not my style, and it would only ever come on, during Ryan George videos, who's a Canadian comedian who I find quite entertaining. Shout out to him, check him out. But I had blocked this advertising just because of repetition. This moderately athletic looking guy, not a bodybuilder. I could see him as being, athletic, probably more on the, the gymnastic side, or maybe a long distance runner. And he's running around a city in an outfit that looks good on him. And that's the advertisement. In 7 seconds, I knew what they were about. I did honestly look at it saying, I know nothing about fashion brands. But I looked at it and said, yeah, this isn't for me. And I spent forever skipping it, and I finally blocked it because they keep ramming it down so that way they can say, aha, we've got engagement. This person clicked on it. No, I clicked on it because, same song, same guy, running upstairs, Remember Sylvester Stallone, the first Rocky movie where he does that triumphant run up the stairs? They were trying to modernize that. Not engaging me at all. I'm just sick of seeing it. But to them, that's a victory. But they use that to go out and tell their customers, the advertisers, look at how many people engaged with your ad. You got all these clicks. And I'm surprised advertisers, this has been going on for years, and advertisers haven't figured out people clicking on YouTube does not translate into clicks on your site. And in return, they're investing into longer ads with repeating the same thing. Now, there is a sales tactic where you repeat the same thing 3 times. Tactical hoodie with pockets, tactical hoodie with pockets, tactical hoodie with pockets. You hear that rhythm? That 3 times is there to get your attention. I think car salesmen use it because they're trying to drum up your interest. But the truth is, it doesn't. Well, it will, to a certain extent, influence you when you say, ooh, I remember that Subaru, and I'm just picking on a random company, looked kind of cool. I'm going to drop by there. 7 seconds. Remember, that was as much as the person remembered. It was Subaru, and the car looked interesting. You can tell me forever about how your software will revolutionize my life, how it will pick up the trash, it'll give me a back massage and tuck me in at night. None of that interests me. Well, maybe the back massage. But that's exactly what I'm saying here. We need to remind advertisers nobody cares that much. One of the advertisements I remember was showing you how, quote, easy, end quote, it was to generate stuff using their software. You go to the back of the class. I didn't come for a demonstration. Show me some results. Sell me the sizzle. Give me an idea of what I can do on your platform I can't do anywhere else. But I don't want a tutorial. Are you kidding? When I get it, that's what the frequently asked questions in Google are for. That's not a commercial. That's somebody who's like, ooh, I've got a clever idea. You're not that clever. These old adages exist for a reason, because humans have evolved with a slightly shorter attention span. And I'm not saying that's a moral weakness. I'm not saying that's anything other than what we're being encouraged to do. And humans, we're still primates. We're still looking for things. Ooh, that's a red berry over there. I don't remember that from yesterday. Let me check it out. It's a survival advantage to have a short attention span. Ooh, I have these red berries, but look over there. Those are those little green things that if I wait, they'll be a little bit mushy, and it makes me feel a little dizzy afterward. Humans have a short attention span for a reason. And the fact that multi-million-dollar international marketing corporations are forgetting this is scary. This is not arcane knowledge. It's been well established over 100 years or more. But no, let's throw all that out the window because I know better. Anyways, advertisements should be short and sweet. I respect a 30-second advertisement, especially if I can skip half of it. But start remembering, your weapon is no longer skipping, it's blocking. You just right-click on the 3 dots, and there's a block, there's a report, there's something else, I forget what it is. I've blocked a few, I admit, because honestly, I have no idea why Google would allow this morally on their platform. But Meta, Google, all that, they're in there for money. I understand somebody flashes the cash, you're going to help them out. That's a subject for another time. But with that, we'll cut this one short because I've gone way over time. We wish to thank you for joining us for the Silverlight Show. It's been a pleasure hosting you, and we hope you have a fantastic day.